Ten,
Nine,
take studio.
8, 7, 6,
Stemmer
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
And welcome back to another episode of MCTV. I'm your host, Weston Stevenson.
And I'm Suvan. On today's show, I will give you an insight on the Star Spirit Lodge, Liz Nelson tells us about the Hockey Academy, Caleb Cormier shows us a more hands-on concept with his report on the Home Economics 9 class, Sebastian Spila gives us a behind-the-scenes on the curling provincials, my co-host Weston Stevenson brings us a report on the SCARS Animal Rescue, and 1 out of 2 episodes of The Studio, a parody of The Office, is brought to us by Grayer Clark. But first, here's our top story.
At MCHS in room 113 is the Star Spirit Lodge, which offers a wide variety of ways of support for Indigenous and non-Indigenous students here at the school, such as smudges held bi-weekly on Thursdays, as well as recently a place for students to catch up on any missing assignments or tests. Here to give us a closer look at what goes on in the Star Spirit Lodge is reporter Suvan.
Do you ever pass by room 113 and wonder, what is in that room? Welcome to the Star Spirit Lodge. At MCHS, the Star Spirit Lodge presents numerous opportunities like bi-weekly smudges, inclusion, and a space to hang out for all students. Upon entry into the Star Spirit Lodge, you'll commonly find Mr. White or Mr. Swerda, but Ms. Rachopo and Ms. Cormier give us general information about what this room really is.
Star Spirit Lodge here at MCHS is a place for our students that are identify as First Nations, Métis, or Inuit. It's a place for them to come and just have a break if they need to, grab a snack, chill out during class, during their spares, at lunchtime when it's open.
It's a place for gathering and community and honestly for all students to come if they want to learn about the culture and to have just come and be, in a kind of a quiet, calm location.
As mentioned, Mr. White, who is regularly in the lodge, gives us an insight of what actually occurs during a normal school day.
The Star Spirit Lodge is usually a hub of activity. We frequently have Indigenous events, counseling and special seminars and things happening in the Star Spirit Lodge. We're doing smudges in the Star Spirit Lodge regularly during the week. And it's also a space in the school where students are able to have a quiet place to work, to catch up on assignments, on assessments and things like that. And so it's nice having a quiet, studious place with this really special Indigenous characteristic where we know that this is where those events go on and it's really significant and important.
With that being said, the Star Spirit Lodge is a great place for students to study and keep connected with Indigenous culture. For MCTV News, this is Suvan reporting.
Welcome back. Last week, the weather in Morinville was far too bipolar for me. With hopes of a turnaround as spring creeps in, our in-studio MCTV meteorologist Weston Stevenson gives us the forecast.
Thanks, Kara. Let's take a look at the weather across the country. Up in Whitehorse, it's looking like some -10 with with some sun and clouds. Vancouver is a little bit rainy, -9. Yellowknife's looking like a -17 with some sun. Regina's 3 degrees, which is a bit nicer with some clouds and sun. Winnipeg is looking like it's at about -4 with some rain. Montreal's 2 degrees with a bit of clouds. Toronto is around the same with some clouds. Halifax is at 5 degrees with a bit of snow. And then St. John's is sun at +2. Let's take a look at the provincial forecast. Up in high level, it's looking like some snow, -17. Snow in Fort McMurray with -19. Snow in Grand Prairie with -15. Edmonton, -8. Snow. Red Deer, snow, -7. -5 in Jasper with snow again. Banff is -2, also with snow. Calgary, snow again, -1. And Medicine Hat is 2 degrees with a tiny bit of sun and +2 degrees. Let's take a look at the current conditions. It's looking like it's at negative 10 degrees today with a wind of 15 kilometers an hour going east. The relative humidity is 76%. Sunrise this morning was at 7:24 a.m. and sunset is going to be at 7:56. Let's take a look at the weekly forecast. Looking like it's going to have a bit of sun, warming up a little bit. The coldest will be negative 18 on Thursday night. Warmest will be, look like -3 on Tuesday. Still a bit cold, but starting to warm up a little bit this week. Hopefully it gets warmer the next weeks. Back to you, Kara.
Thanks, Weston. Coming up next, reporter Liz Nelson brings us a look at the Hockey Academy at MCHS.
Hockey Academy became a new addition to the diverse options here at MCHS. This inaugural program encourages students to explore and learn fundamental skills on and off the ice. Available for all future and current MCHS students, the Hockey Academy program became beloved among students and coaches.
It is a passion of mine. I grew up playing competitive hockey, so it's nice that I get to translate that to the kids on the ice.
It's always been one of my favorite sports, hockey, and I joined a long time ago when it first started in Morinville, and when I heard it came to the high school, I just wanted to stick with it.
Students participating in Hockey Academy have previous experience playing on an extracurricular team or previous experience playing on other levels of the G Sacred Hockey Academy. The Hockey Academy program focuses on individual skills, allowing for each player to develop and learn skills depending on their level. With station-based training, students have the opportunity to work on skills such as puck handling, skating, and shooting. Players give us a deeper insight into what training resembles.
3 times on the ice was just like practicing, like our skills, stuff that we can put into games, and then in the weight room for 2 days and just doing workouts that are going to help improve your speed, endurance.
Players enjoy the ability to strengthen their skills on the ice with specialized training, whether you're a goalie or a player. Although there are physical skills being strengthened, players learn fundamental life skills such as time management and communication skills. Coaches and players give us further insight into these underlying skills developed through Hockey Academy.
Communication skills, because passing and just being in a sport with a team, it takes more than one person. You need to have those communication skills to really make the game go the way you want.
So one is like a time management, so there's not a lot of time to get to the rink, get changed, and get on the ice. So that skill in its own is going to transfer to their classroom, everyday life, their jobs, just being able to get ready and be on time.
Hockey Academy program at MCHS has allowed students the opportunity to learn and grow their skills within their favorite sport, encouraging students of all skill levels to participate, to better their skills, as well as have an opportunity to play with new players and coaches. The Hockey Academy enrollment process is first come, first serve, and enrollment begins a year in advance of the beginning of the school year. MCHS is ecstatic to continue this program into the next school year and welcome new players of diverse skill levels. This is Elizabeth Nelson reporting for MCTV News.
Here are your school announcements for Wednesday, March 25th. Interested in attending Canada's largest gaming expo held annually at the Edmonton Expo Centre? On June 19th to 21st, you would have the opportunity to experience a wide variety of games, board games, esports, and the celebrity guests. This year, by attending the Upload at Norquest College on May 2nd, you will be eligible for free GameCom passes. The QR code for registration is located on the graphics lab door in CTS. Want to spruce up your resume? The town of Morinville is searching for volunteers. Connect with Ms. Huda over in Student Services to complete an application form to participate in diverse volunteer experiences. This is an excellent way to get hands-on work experience and boost your resume. For any students in grade 11 or 12 who would like to have the chance to be a tutor for the younger students here at MCHS, you now have the opportunity to do so. Volunteering for this program will allow you to earn volunteer hours, gain some experience in leadership, and boost your college application. For more information, see Ms. Suda in Student Services or look in the Google Classroom. This month's copy of The Howler is now available to buy for 25 cents. Stop by in the booth in Center Court this week to pick up your copy before they're gone. For these and all other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements, logging in to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, /X, or Instagram. As well as be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville.
Bringing you our next report, Caleb Cormier gives us an excellent insight on the Home Economics 9 class.
Morinville Community High School Home Economics 9 is a popular option for students. The teacher, Miss Louisa Encena, states, who has been teaching this option for 6 years, that she loves it when she can teach her students a new skill.
In sewing, right now we are making at least 5 different projects.
We're making lots of great things like, jar openers, bookmarks, and soon we're gonna make like a crazy pillow. It's gonna be cool,
Like in any option, and it's good when the students can learn and master a new skill like Miss Encena mentions.
I like when the students are able to master the skill. Both in the kitchen and in the fashions room, lots of frustration in the beginning, but then when they get it, it's beautiful to see it kind of come to fruition.
Like in a lot of subjects in school, the students have mixed opinions about the things they like and dislike.
I really liked the foods part of it, but I'm not really liking the sewing part of it.
It's a really fun experience for one good year, but probably not again anytime soon.
I'll do foods next year, but not sewing.
Gotta go with foods. You make such good foods, guys. You make such good foods. Sorry. You make such great food items, and it just give it to your family. It tastes good. It tastes great. It's awesome.
For MCTV News, this is Caleb Cormier reporting.
Welcome back. Here with all your recent sports updates in the NHL, NBA, and MLB is MCTV's very own sports expert, Suvan.
Thanks, Weston. In the NHL, Edmonton won against Utah 5-2. Calgary Flames beat the Kings 3-2. Vancouver lost to Anaheim 3-5. Ottawa won against Detroit 3-2. Carolina lost to Montreal 2-5. Toronto doubled Boston's score with 4-2. And Winnipeg finishes with a win against Vegas 4-1. In the NBA, Sacramento took a nasty loss to Charlotte with a score of 90-134. The New York Knicks just beat the New Orleans 121-116. Orlando and Cleveland came close with a score of 131-136, and Denver edged the Phoenix with a close score of 125-123. In the MLB, the Yankees beat the Cubs 8-3, the Rockies lost to the Tigers 8-11, the Guardians doubled the Diamondbacks score, beating them 10-5, the Cincinnati Reds lost to Milwaukee 1-4, and the Minnesota Twins won against the Boston Red Sox 15-6. Coming up next, Sebastian Spila performed a double duty a few weeks back when he not only competed but covered the high school curling provincials held in Slave Lake, Alberta. He brings us this report.
Slave Lake is hosting the 2026 Curling Provincials. 30 teams were set to compete this weekend, but 3 teams were unfortunately unable to make it. With over 100 of the best curlers from all over Alberta, this weekend was pretty successful.
Overall, it's been really good so far. We unfortunately did have a few teams that weren't able to attend due to the snow that came down this past week, but everyone else got here safely, and so far it's been a great event. Teams seem to be having a lot of fun, enjoying what Slave Lake has to offer, and the host committee's done a really great job in supporting them and having them here, so I've heard nothing but good things about it here.
It's great because, with the hard work we put in this season, it feels like we deserve to be here, and it's good. I'm not disappointed with the way it ended, with us getting steamed every game. But, we played our best and we had fun and couldn't really ask for much more there.
This weekend was not just for seeing who are the best curlers in all of Alberta, but to show the love for curling and have fun with your special team.
I think the thing I like the most about being an operations coordinator is, at one point in my life, I was in all of these athletes' shoes as well. It wasn't too long ago that I was in high school and competing in sports such as curling, basketball, track and field, etc. And I saw what these events are like from an athlete perspective. And with that, I saw an opportunity to give the same great experiences I had as a kid or as a high school kid to people that are now in high school nowadays. And the opportunity to give that feeling back to people and have them get the same experiences that I did, it was a no-brainer.
That their connection. They're a group of 4 friends who like to hang out outside of school even. They'll go to the movies. My Skip and my third are actually a couple, so they've been a couple for quite a few years. So that's one of my favorite things.
Curling has found a home in many lives, but some have been playing for many years and have many wonderful memories.
I've been curling since I was 10 years old, and then I picked it up for high school curling in grade 9 to 12. Never attending provincials myself. Actually, we were never good enough, but and then I continued on university curling for Grant MacEwan University for 4 years, and then I've just been coaching ever since.
It's just a fun sport, you know. It's not too quick. The methodical thinking, it's always good. I always like thinking hard about stuff, puzzles and stuff, and curling is really good for that. You know, it's always a good time with all the guys, the group guys, especially men's night to hang out with, and it's a good way to spend my time.
The camaraderie, the fun between teammates, it doesn't ever get too physical, it's not aggressive, everyone seems to be friends out there, and the sportsmanship is my favorite part.
Curling is a sport for everyone. If you have a chance, you should definitely go down to your local curling rink and just give it a shot. You might just find your new hobby. For MCTV News, this is Sebastian Spila reporting.
Welcome back. Tomorrow, 30 MCHS students head overseas on a 10-day trip to the Mediterranean. Stops on the trip include Athens, the island of Crete, and the Eternal City of Rome. Here in the studio to discuss the trip is the main organizer, Mr. Adam King. How's it going?
Going well, going well.
So first question is, what are some experiences the students will be having on this trip?
The students will be going on the ancient Mediterranean trip, so they'll be going to sites like you said, Rome and Athens, seeing the sites like the Colosseum, the Parthenon. We'll also be going to a night ferry, so they'll be seeing some different islands as well on the tour. So.
Nice. And how long and what type of planning went into organizing this trip?
We've been planning this trip for almost 2 years now. There's been so much that we've done, from little emails to make sure everyone's organized, to talking with countless EF staff that are supporting us along the way. So lots that's gone into this trip throughout the last few years.
What have been some challenging parts of planning this trip?
I think the biggest challenging part is making sure everyone is on the same page, that everyone kind of knows what we're doing, communicating with one another, from making the packing lists to making sure that everyone's medical information is updated, like all those little things that go behind the scenes for the trip. I think that those are being the challenges, especially as a first-time group leader that I'm constantly trying to figure out. So, but we're almost there, and I think the best parts are ahead. So.
Despite all the fun that the students will be having, what are some educational moments and parts of the trip that will be experienced?
I think that the biggest educational moments will come, just like we say, most of the education happens outside of the classroom. We see that. And I think the students will have a chance to see different cultures, experience different foods, and see how people in a totally different part of the world get to live their lives. So they really have to adapt as we go. I mean, through a very safe lens, but we get to see how those cultures work. So I think a lot of education happens in those moments.
And what part of the trip are you most looking forward to?
Oh man, I think the best part is definitely some pizza and pasta. I look forward to the food there for sure. But I think as a site, I'm most looking forward to Pompeii, to see the ancient ruins there that were uncovered from the volcanic explosion that happened. So we're looking forward to Pompeii, for sure.
Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Coming up next, Greer Clark brings the first of 2 installments of his very own parody of the famous television comedy, The Office. In this version, we get to see behind-the-scenes antics of our very own MCTV broadcast center. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the studio.
Hey, is this the studio?
Hey man, welcome to the class. I'm gonna get Sebastian to help you out over there.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
That's me. I'll help you set up your camera.
All right, what are we doing today?
Me and the guys are going out shooting right away. You want to come with us?
Yeah, sure, why not? Where's my camera? Where did I put it? Who put my camera in Jell-O? You ruined my camera.
What? No, I didn't. I don't have time for that.
Just look at my chair.
My camera, I needed that. The footage on it, I needed that too.
Just take one of the spare ones in the back room. And you should have just downloaded your footage. Like, rookie mistakes, man.
Coming up next, my co-host Weston Stevenson is back with another fantastic report. Stevenson brings us an informative report on the SCARS Animal Rescue, who strive to put the priority of animal lives above their own.
Most people these days have some sort of pet or animal that they like to call part of their family. But every day, there's many animals that become displaced from their homes or left in random places by people who no longer want their pets. As a result, many stray animals are left on the streets to fend for themselves. That's where SCARS Animal Rescue comes in.
SCAR's mission is the rescue, care, and rehoming of companion animals. We collect animals from their pounds up there, animals that have been surrendered, any that are sick, injured, neglected, as many as our resources allow. And collect them, we vet them, we house them, and hopefully find them a forever home.
At SCARS Animal Rescue, there's many different roles and positions for people who want to help the shelter.
So I am the Morinville Rescue Center Animal Care Team Lead. Honestly, my favorite part of the job is just the day-to-day working with the dogs. You always see a new face coming through the door, helping animals in need.
I'm actually a staffer with the rescue, and I am the fundraising coordinator. And I also run the Walls for Winter program, which is our outdoor shelter program.
But there's also many different hurdles and obstacles for SCARS Animal Rescue to overcome, and including many different challenging tasks for employees to do.
A lot of a toll on you emotionally. It takes a pretty big physical toll, having to walk up to 40 dogs every day. Obviously, that's not just one person, but we do see a lot of dogs that haven't been taken care of, a lot of dogs that have been hit by cars, cats, the same thing. It's probably the most challenging thing, just seeing all those injured animals come in and trying to do our best to help them.
Sometimes, like, we have had as many as almost 500 animals in care at one time. So the stress of caring for them, getting them what they need is really nonstop.
SCARS Animal Rescue plays an integral role in keeping pets safe and allows for people to get an animal who may not have had the greatest living experience to find a brand new forever home that will keep them safe. For MCTV, this is Weston Stevenson. And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Stay tuned for a next episode where you can expect to see reports on the Gaming Opportunities and Responsibilities class, a local flower shop, the school's very own newspaper, and a yoga business located in Morinville, as well as all of your weekly weather updates and sports recaps.
So, the Europe trip, I heard you're going.
Yeah, we leave tomorrow again.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Oh, how long's the plane ride again?
It's about 8 or 9 hours around
Jeez.
that. Yeah, long flight.
You gotta like lock in and get your hours in, for studying, so you're not so behind.
Yeah.
From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Suvan.
And I'm Weston Stevenson. Thanks for tuning in.